My name is Joe Bauman. I'm president of the Birmingham Bloomfield Chamber. We are a 6-community chamber. Our physical footprint is Birmingham, Bloomfield Hills, Bloomfield Township, Bingham Farms, Beverly Hills, and Franklin Village. I've been on staff with the chamber for about 4.5 years, and prior to that, I was on the board of directors for several years as a volunteer. Birmingham Bloomfield is really the financial services center for Oakland County, so we have a lot of professional services, a lot of financial planners, a lot of banks, a lot of those kinds of financial institutions. Also, a large presence of large law firms that have Oakland County presence. Most of them are located in Birmingham Bloomfield. There's not a lot of manufacturing in our 6 communities. We're more bedroom communities, office, and retail. Birmingham has a thriving downtown district, one of the best in the country, and that's really where our retail base is concentrated. Years ago, the Chamber had a gift certificate program that was actually done in conjunction with the Birmingham Principal Shopping District, which is the equivalent of a DDA. Mm-hmm. It lasted for about a year or two, had some success, but it eventually went away because it wasn't being used to the degree that they were hoping to. One of the things that intrigued us about it is there's been this huge push in the last few years of shop local campaigns. You know, you see it from the Say Yes to Michigan campaign all the way down. You know, there's Small Business Saturday that American Express does, and it's really kind of that whole movement of support your local merchants. And so for us, this was an outstanding way for us to develop a vehicle that would back that message of shop local by driving this new business and this new money flow into our local merchants. Our members like it because it's a tangible benefit of membership. So we're using it as an exclusive member benefit from the chamber. And it's one way that we can drive and deliver a service to them. The huge benefit is the amount of tracking that can be done and the analytics of the program. The other certificate program, I mean, this was quite a few years ago, so you didn't have the technology. You didn't know who was buying them. You didn't know where they were being redeemed, you know, in real time. You didn't know what kind of success you were having. The wonderful thing about this program, and again, for us, driving value to our members, you know, we know instantly when a certificate is purchased, when it's redeemed, which merchant redeemed it, what the value was. So it can help us work with our merchants, tell them, you know, which segment are popular, so then we try to sign up other merchants within those segments. And really, though, being able to say that as a direct benefit of this program, we brought this many dollars to your store. Non-dues revenue is important in any chamber. And we rely on that heavily to about 40 to 45% of our overall revenue. So we wanted to be careful that we're not cannibalizing our existing advertising base. So what we decided to do is really target non-traditional advertisers with the chamber who are participating in the program that want to increase the visibility of their participation. We had some concerns about, first of all, you know, well, how much control we would have over deciding who could participate and who couldn't, because not every chamber is using it as just an exclusive benefit. But Compoto has really been great in allowing us to tailor the program at the way that we want it to run and how we see fit. So that was big. They've also been very helpful in helping us market the plan by developing marketing materials for us, attending a meeting of the business community and kind of laying out the program. So they've really been true partners with us in rolling out the program. We rolled out our program back in November, and it really was quite easy to set up. And one of the nice things about it is it's very easy for merchants to participate. It's literally 3 clicks of a mouse and you can begin participating in the program. So they were very helpful with us talking about what kind of industry sectors have benefited from it in other communities and really giving us some of the messaging. And then again, just providing support that when we were signing up people, if we had questions or if the merchants had questions, that they were there to lend the support and the assistance. I think in this day and age of marketing efforts, you know, there are all kinds of daily deals and other kind of stuff like that. So there was some question about, okay, how much is this really going to cost me to participate? How much am I going to really benefit? When they found out that the chamber bucks, which we call them, when they're purchased at face value and redeemed at face value, that really kind of helped sell the program, because they weren't only getting, it wasn't a deep discount program, they were being able to do it. The other thing that we did strategically with Compoto's help was we set fairly low price points for the value of a certificate. Because the idea is we would like to see what happens is somebody comes in with a certificate for $15 and ends up spending $30. And so it's really an enticement and incentive. Once the merchants started understanding that, they were much more receptive to participate. Our main goal and role is to sign up merchants and to promote the sales of the chamber bucks. So we do that in electronic messaging. We do it as part of our regular ongoing messaging. One of the things that we're actually working with Compoto right now is to transition this from what I think may have been seen initially as a holiday program, since we launched around the holiday, to really a sustainable year-round buy local campaign. We use it to incent our own staff, so they've all benefited from chamber bucks, and they really like it. I know our membership manager, Bonnie, it's a great tool in her chest when she's out pitching membership, participating in this program. And really, from a recruitment and a retention program, that's where we see the greatest potential benefit. So my job right now is working with some of our larger employers to try to get that built into their employee incentive programs. So instead of buying gift cards for a national retailer, we're trying to encourage them to support the local businesses that support their company. So that's really kind of our focus has shifted really to that. So getting more merchants to sign up and then getting some large employers to buy large amounts of them. Because as you know, the more bucks that are sold, the better experience the merchant has, the more they talk about it, the more merchants want to participate. One of our members, Brogan and Partners, which is an advertising agency in downtown Birmingham, they did a really fun thing. They bought a block of chamber bucks, and then they actually closed their office for a couple hours and had a Birmingham shopping blitz. So they passed out all the certificates, they encouraged everybody to go downtown. They're located right downtown, and they just kind of shopped the streets for a couple of hours. So that was really cool. That was we got some local media coverage out of it, and so it was a really fun event. And that's the kind of stuff that we're looking to really build on. It's been positive. I think they were a little concerned about, the redemption, how that would work, payment back to them, how that would work, but it really is a fairly seamless process. We went out and did some testing, frankly, because we wanted to make sure what the experience was. So we bought some chamber bucks and went to them and observed how they, went through the redemption process. And we haven't had any complaints in terms of not being able to redeem or not being paid in a timely manner. So I think the feedback has been quite positive so far. I really like the technology and the analytics because it makes it very easy to use and also to track success. So that's first and foremost. Plus, like I said, their principals have been very helpful, agreeing to go and speak directly with merchant groups, sitting in on the planning meetings. We just had a strategy session in the last 2 weeks about this idea of now converting it to a year-long buy local campaign. They've offered to go on visits with local employers with us to explain the bulk sales project. So they're really hands-on, very heavily involved, and are available for support really whenever we need them. Fortunately, we haven't had any issues where the system's gone down or something hasn't worked, but I know that they're there, backing it up. The first thing that we did when we decided we were going to do this is we used all of our local media contacts and built a little buzz about that this program was coming. And we got a fair amount of print and online coverage for it. From that, again, with Compoto's help, we had some marketing materials that we started sending out to our members. Look for this new program that's about to be rolled out. We have, the portal where people go in both to register to participate or to buy is right on our homepage on our website. We included in all of our e-newsletters and whatever messaging we're sending out to our members, the chamber bucks is always a component of that. We tweet out when we know merchants have, gotten a significant amount of business. We'll say, it's almost like a little contest of which one of our members is redeeming the most, so we put that out. As I mentioned, when Brogan and Partners did their Shop Birmingham Blitz, we had that on Twitter and Facebook, and we, followed them as they were doing their shopping. So that instant messaging is just such a critical component of any marketing or messaging that you do today. Certainly for recruitment and retention, because we can demonstrate actual value. If you weren't a member of the chamber, you wouldn't be participating in this program, and you would not have redeemed $3,000 in chamber bucks. You've just paid for your membership several times over just from that. The other thing is a nice component is you get information not only how many have been purchased, but also, the value of outstanding chamber bucks. So we can send a message to both those participating or using it as a recruitment tool. We know that there are $4,000 in chamber bucks floating out there just waiting to be redeemed. Don't you want a piece of that pie? So we just sent out something right now, tied to Valentine's Day, and so we're encouraging our member merchants to build it into their own marketing campaign and start doing some direct messaging. We accept chamber bucks, come and spend them here. So it's kind of like that next layer that now it's just not us promoting it. Now the participating merchants are seeing the value in trying to grab, those ones that are outstanding. And so for us to be able to tell them exactly how many dollars worth of certificates are still out there, it encourages them to be a little more aggressive with their marketing. It's a great way to, first and foremost, demonstrate to your membership that you're concerned about their business, you're invested in helping them grow their business, and this is a great vehicle and mechanism to do that. When somebody's deciding, geez, am I getting my value out of my membership? If they're participating in this program, it's going to be a lot easier for us to say, yes, you are, and here's what we can show you. What has surprised me about it is really how easy it is to use. I had some doubts. Initially, when we were talking about these chamber buck certificates, I was a little leery about, because we've all become so mobilely, technologically in tune. Are people going to actually want to print out these certificates, physically carry them? But what we quickly learned is that you don't really necessarily need to do that. If you can read the special code on your phone, or if you use a QR code, all you need is your phone. And so that, I think, from a user standpoint, has really, really helped. It's kind of like a no-risk, high-reward opportunity for us, because, like I said, we chose to make it free to our members as a member benefit. But it's really not costing the chamber a lot either to participate in the program. So it's something that has the potential to have a really high return without the need for a great amount of investment on our part. So it's we just want to see it blossom and grow, because we know the more money that we can bring in, it increases the value of chamber membership.